Hey guys, okay, I'm here for my second video, back to back. I know we may have a marathon video session tonight, but I wanted to share with you my brush collection. I don't have any MAC brushes. I know a lot of people in here are big, um, I guess you could say they're really loyal to MAC. I use a variety of products. I kind of like to try a lot of different brands and pick the best of the best because I think in a lot of cases with makeup, certain brands have their specialty. You know, some brands are like excellent at eyeshadows and others have like really good powders or great mascaras or great tools or whatever, um, or even more specific than that. So I just wanted to share mine with you. The ones that I currently use, or the ones that I use the most at least. So here we go. I'll start with the face brushes. I have a foundation brush that I use occasionally. Sometimes I wear powder foundation, so I don't always use this. But I have the Chanel 16 brush. It's kind of dirty. Sorry, all of my brushes are kind of dirty. They need to be cleaned. Um, but yeah, I like this one. It's really smooth and soft, and it's really nice to clean up. It cleans out easily, and yeah, I really like my Chanel brushes. So that's my first brush. My second brush, I'll show you my brush that I use for my powder foundation. This is my Jane Iredale, the Handy brush. I got this from the dermatologist like a while ago, and as you can see, it's kind of dirty. But I love this brush just for like putting on my pressed powder. It's really fast and easy and kind of like foolproof. So I've had this for a long time, washed it a bunch of times, and it's held up really well. It's also very soft, especially when it's super clean. It's like baby soft, so I love that. And the bristles never come out. The handle is short, so it'll fit in like any bag, and I love it. My third brush is this Bobbi Brown brush. This is her bronzer brush. Um, I usually wear a highlighter on my cheekbone every day. Sometimes I kind of get in a makeup rut and I do my makeup the same way, like every day if I'm in a hurry, if I don't feel like being creative. So this one is like an everyday brush, and I use this just like along here. Sometimes I'll even just squeeze it like this to have like more precise application. Also, I use this for bronzing on my face or even like all over. It's pretty handy. So I really like this brush. The Bobbi Brown brushes are soft. They're not super soft, but they're soft enough, and the bristles never come out. So it's a decent brush. My next brush is the Chanel 10. I'm very particular about my blush brushes. I have a Bobbi Brown blush brush that's like typical round blush brush, but I prefer these angled ones that kind of give you a more like chiseled look, I guess. This is like my everyday blush brush, and it's perfect for just like, you know, fitting right in this area here. And this one's pretty foolproof also. It's kind of hard to find these more so than the other style of blush brushes, but I don't know, I guess it's just personal preference. Again, Chanel brushes are great, really soft. I think this is like goat hair or something, I don't really know. But I really like my Chanel brushes. Next is, this is like my basic eyeshadow brush. This is from Prescriptives. It's just their eyeshadow brush, that's what they call it. Um, this one is just basic. I use this one usually from here to my crease or sometimes over my whole eyelid, and it's just foolproof also. I'm all about making it easy. My next brush is this one from Glow Minerals. It's their eye contour brush. This one is very soft, and I don't think it was very expensive either. And I can use this one in my crease or like all the way up to my eyebrow or whatever. It's very versatile, and I love this brush, and the little angle you can kind of like get in and do a little bit more detail than the other brush that I showed you. The next brush is this really old brush. I think this was my first makeup brush. It's a Garden Botanica eyeshadow brush. I don't even think they have Garden Botanicas anymore. That's making me sound old. I'm not really old. This is like the shape. It kind of goes to a point. This one I usually use in my crease also, or from my crease up to my brow bone, like this area right here, is a good place to use this one because it's a little bit bigger. And if you're just kind of doing a lighter wash, you can go all the way up, and it's simple. It's not too concentrated, you know. So that one's good. My next one is another crease brush. This is called the Round Crease Eyeshadow Brush from Sephora. It's kind of worn off, so you can't see the label, but it's just round like that, and it fits right in there perfectly, and you can kind of do, you know, whatever you need to. My next brush is another Sephora brush. It just says eyeshadow brush on it, but this one is a little bit bigger than this one, but it's flat, and I don't know how else to describe it other than it's flat. I usually use this for my highlighter, just right here, and it kind of makes it so I don't have highlighter like halfway down my eyelid. So I like that. My next brush is my concealer brush. I use this for under eye concealer. It's called the Secret Camouflage Brush from Laura Mercier. Oops, it's upside down. Laura Mercier. This one is pretty good. I haven't used any other concealer brushes before as far as like kind of spot treatment. And I've used this like in other areas as well, and it works fine. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to trying a different one, but as far as just like kind of spreading out my under eye concealer, this works pretty well. My next one is one of my eyeshadow or my eyeliner brushes. I try to avoid pencil eyeliners. I have one on right now, and I just feel like they flake and they're kind of like messy and not very precise. So I've always pretty much used powder. I use Black Tide most of the time as my like everyday eyeliner, and I use this brush here from Laura Mercier. This is her smudge brush, and this works great just for everyday lining, and it fits right in there, gets right along the lash line, top and bottom. So I love this. My other eyeliner brush is not really an eyeliner brush. It's an eye definer brush from Bobbi Brown. I'm not sure if they make this anymore, but it's kind of like slanted and small. But this is great for a little bit thicker line, or if I want to draw it out a little bit, or, you know, do a little cat eye or whatever. So this one's great too. I've had this for a long time. I think I stole this from my mom. And last but not least, my lip brush. I don't really use this a lot. It's just from Victoria's Secret. But, you know, when you need it, it's good. It just kind of comes out when you put the lid on the back, so that's nice. It doesn't get everywhere, and I don't think it was very expensive, which is good for a brush that you don't use all the time. So those are my brushes. Comment below, let me know what you think, and maybe even make a video yourself showing me your brushes and which ones you like, or your opinion on anything. Alright, have a good night. Bye.